Peymon who?
Matahede.
Peymon Latahede. Who is he?
Never paid taxes for 30 years. Fought the U.S. tax court and won.
See, I believe our rights come from God, not from government. Hi, I am Peymon Motahede, the president of Freedom Law School, which I created in 1996. Are you tired of not being able to pay the increasing cost of food, rent, and groceries? Do you want to be able to give yourself 10, 20, 30% or more immediate pay raise? Are you tired of the corrupt federal government? The DOJ, FBI, all its crooks taking away your freedoms? Do you want to restore freedom and breathe free in this free country once again? You can. I will show how 98% of you can legally and safely stop paying federal income taxes by following the law on U.S. government's official legal websites. Yes, let's start from the 1040 U.S. individual income tax return form of the IRS. This is not a 50 states U.S. individual. This is, as you will see, a District of Columbia individual income tax return. Wait, okay? Let's look at the instructions of the 1040 booklet that the IRS puts out at irs.gov. On page 8, about filing requirements, IRS says that these rules apply to all U.S. citizens, yes, regardless of where they live and resident aliens. But these U.S. citizens are the D.C. citizens, not the 50-state citizens. Yes, this little land on the right, tiny spot, that's the only people by law who are required to file income tax. You're going to see the proof for yourself just now. We're going to go to the website of the Lawyers of Congress, their website, uscode.house.gov. We're going to look at the Internal Revenue Code, Title 26, right here, folks. Yes, this is the Bible of the IRS. This is the law that the IRS supposedly is trying to enforce. About 10,000 plus pages of tiny font minutia. Yes, in complex language. But guess what? The key is at the end in the definitions that they hid it from you. You'll be surprisingly happy. Okay? See, everybody knows that in Title 26, the Internal Revenue Code, the law just showed you that Section 1 of the code imposes a tax on individuals, but does not say who that individual is. Well, guess what? Here, U.S. Treasury regulations do tell us exactly this tax on individuals is about. It says that Section 1 of the code imposes an income tax on income of every individual who is a citizen or resident of the United States. There is that key term, United States. But what does United States mean? Let's go back to the federal tax law, Title 26, Internal Revenue Code. This time, we're going to go to definitions, Section 7,701 in Chapter 79. Here, it tells us when used in this title. What title are they talking about? Title 26. Here, the Internal Revenue Code, the federal tax laws. And here they define so many mundane things that do not even need defining, but they want to make sure they give it a clear, specific definitions. Look at the term state. Shall be construed to include the District of Columbia, which is not even a state, where such construction is necessary to carry out the provisions of this title. Yes, you cannot misunderstand this. You don't see New York, Florida, Texas, nowhere in definition of state. It simply is not there. It only includes D.C., which is not even a state. Wow. Now look at the United States. When used in a geographical sense, the United States includes only the states, which is now we know is District of Columbia, and the District of Columbia again. You add D.C. plus D.C., you still get the same. No matter if you add 2 or 1,000 District of Columbias, they add up the same. So United States means only D.C. That's right. That's the U.S. citizen they're talking about. A Washington, D.C. citizen. Those people have to file and pay income tax. The rest of you, from the 50 states or anywhere else on earth, do not have to pay the federal income taxes. Now, you say, Peymon, come on. The term 50 states doesn't need to be there. It's clearly implied in here in a definition of state. Wrong. Let's go to U.S. Supreme Court, Stenberg versus Carhart, in year 2000. Here's the clear words of the Supreme Court that when a statute or law includes an explicit definition, like the ones you just saw, right? We must follow that definition, even if it varies from that term's ordinary meaning. That's right. Our ordinary understanding of the laws do not matter. We got to go by what's actually in the law, and it is axiomatic, self-evident, or obvious that the statutory definition of the term excludes unstated meanings of that term. So here you see the term state does not include any of the 50 states. It's not there because it's not there. It's that simple and obvious. And here's another Supreme Court case, Gould versus Gould, 1917 unanimous 9-0 tax case. And the court tells us that the interpretation or understanding of statutes, laws, levying taxes, imposing taxes. So in understanding laws that impose taxes, it is the established rule not to extend the provision of tax laws by implication. There is no implying beyond the clear import of the language used, or to enlarge the operation of the tax laws so as to embrace matters not specifically pointed out. See, again, you don't see the term any of the 50 states in here in state. It is not there in state nor in United States. Now, some of you may have doubts about this. The court tells us, in case of doubt, the tax laws are construed most strongly against the government's power to tax and in favor of the citizen not being taxed. Not strongly, but most strongly against the government. Folks, that does it right there. It's very clear, but I'm going to give you one example for you to see that's going to blow you away. Here we're going to go into tax laws, a section in subchapter 8, tax on petroleum, okay? This is section 4612, definition of special rules for the purposes of this subchapter, which is tax on petroleum. Look at this. They defined for this subchapter only many key terms, including, wow, the United States means the 50 states. They didn't forget about it. It's there. The 50 states are listed, so as many U.S. territories and more. If they can, do include the 50 states, they put it in there, folks. Yes, only people from Washington, D.C. got to file and pay income taxes. This form is not for you. This is for D.C. citizens. So it is up to you to be free. I cannot do it. The key is you must seek the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And I cannot do that for you folks. I would love for every one of you to be free. Yes, I always want to live in a live and let live, and love and let love world. We can all just have fun and play, have a good time, laugh and tell jokes, right? But I cannot make you free. Only you can make yourself free. You hold the keys. Put it into freedomlawschool.org, and we can all work together to have you be free and have America be a free country once again.